Internet provider. That's IMU Fiber. Bringing hometown values to broadband services, IMU Fiber is here for you now and forever.
Community First Credit Union has an auto loan special that will put you in the driver's seat. We offer excellent rates and a quick, easy pre-approval process. You can even apply online. So whether you're buying a new or used car, we'll have you saying, "Keys, please," with a vehicle loan from C First, where together is better. Stop in or apply at c1stcu.com. Subject to credit approval and program qualifications, this credit union is federally insured by the NCUA.
At Z's Eatery and Draft House in Indianola, they take pride in the quality of meat used for each and every meal. That's why they use local meat to make sure the food delivered to your table is the best you could have ordered, and a big reason why Z's Eatery and Draft House has been recognized for one of the best tenderloins in Iowa. Stop in today and try one of the best tenderloins in Iowa and some of the best food in Indianola. Z's Eatery and Draft House. Great taste and good times. Proud supporters of Indianola High School Athletics.
And we welcome you to this broadcast of Indianola High School boys basketball on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner, and you're listening to the Downey Tire Pros radio pregame show, locally owned. Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. And Rick, Indianola hosting the Hawks of Ankeny. Going to be a tough matchup for the boys tonight. Ankeny comes in at 2-1, having lost to Ames in their season opener on the road, and then taking down Valley and taking down Marshalltown, a pair of quality programs. And this Ankeny squad has size, has speed, and has basketball ability.
Yeah, and it's just one of those contests. I think tonight we're looking at again, a team that, that we were seriously, we're in a great competitive when we were in the CIC and the CIML. And right now, I like this matchup tonight. It's going to give our guys an opportunity to see what they can do. I like it. It's a good matchup. They've got a great senior in Ryan Crandall. I like this young man. He plays very well down there. He's averaging almost 11 points a ball game, along with Aguirre averaging about 11 points. And they got J.J. Cole, who normally comes off the bench, and we got somebody coming off the bench that can score points, and he's averaging about 11 points a ball game too. So it's going to be a tough contest tonight here for Indianola, but I think they're up to the challenge. I can't wait to see Drew Kingery maybe light it up a little bit more. I mean, I think last year at this time he was averaging something like 20 points a ball game, and right now he's averaging right about 11. So.
Well, and I think teams have seen the film from last year, and they know that Kingery's the guy.
Yep.
As we see, but that is to the benefit of Braden Dre, who comes in, and he's been the leading scorer with 16.3 points per game. And as Coach Jeff Ebling said last time, Drew's finding ways to contribute, maybe not on the offensive end, averaging 6.3 rebounds, leading the team, playing solid defense on the other end. So when the shot isn't dropping, and he's faced two of the top, I'll say, toughest matchups, Pella being guarded by Elder, and then Pella Christian, who have, I think, 15 guys who are all over 6'7" or taller. And that's not easy for a guy like Drew Kingery who wants to take it inside. And, so he'll have to adjust. And Ankeny's kind of a lot like that, too, where they just have some of those towers that make it not easy to score. So I agree with you, but it's not like he hasn't been playing complementary basketball to the other guys, because Charlie Wilmot's been stepping it up, Cooper Naylor, Bennett Brick, Brady Blake off the bench. These guys are all scoring at a decent clip and keeping Indianola's offense as one of the highest in the conference and in the state.
Yeah, they're just doing a fantastic job. And, of course, Braden Dre, he's added a lot to this team, and his outside shooting has picked up very well. He's shooting well, 50% from three-point range. His total, he's about 50% from the field, so he can pick that up. But he does a lot of great things, too, defensively, and that he does. But you talk about Drew Kingery, he's kind of put that package together. Yeah, he's not scoring as many points, but yes, he is picking up some other things on his game. And I'm not sure about offensive rebounds, how that's coming, but he's able to kind of adjust like that. I think he's had 5 offensive rebounds during the year, 19 total. does lead the team in rebounds, but right now it's just kind of one of those things. We'd love to see him score and pick up. If he can pick up his point total and do that, that's going to even be a big, big benefit for Indianola.
Well, let's talk about our DeArmond Ford Radio keys to the game. And the key for me is keeping Ankeny out of transition basketball. Indianola has done a good job against Pella and Pella Christian their last 2 games, and really all season long against North Polk, of getting back and forcing teams to beat them in the half court. One thing you don't want to do with Ankeny, especially a team like this where they don't have just one guy scoring, is give any of their guys easy buckets, because again, they don't have that go-to scorer, so you have to play solid team defense, and part of that is getting back and not allowing those easy shots.
Well, that's the thing, is you look down, you look on paper, and you go, wow, this guy scores. Well, wait a minute, this guy, he could pick it up too. So you're right, they've got to play team defense, and Indianola's got to be able to do that. And I think the transition game, like you mentioned, is the key. If you could take Ankeny out of that, you got a shot at him here.
And my second key is going to be outside shooting, and not from Braden Dre and Drew Kingery, but from guys like Cooper Naylor, Dakota Heimbaugh, Casey Glasscock, Bennett Brick, Brady Blake. Let me try and say that one more time. Brady Blake. All these guys are sharpshooters from long range, but that just means you have to be able to make them pay for it. If they're going to overextend the defense on Drew Kingery and probably now a little bit on Braden Dre, the other guys have to make them pay. And again, you can't leave points on the board when you get an open shot against a team that is the quality of Ankeny.
Well, here's the thing I noticed in the last couple of ball games for Indianola coming off the bench, and that's a key for a lot of these kids. We know that Bennett Brick will put those points up. He'll drive to the bucket. He's got that confidence out there. But what I saw in the last ball game was Dakota Heimbaugh come in and make a couple of key shots. One was a 3 that just kind of took it and it went from there. And like I was talking to Coach, he said, "Oh God, that was such a big key to that game." And I said, "Yeah, he's got that confidence. If he can hit those, Your bench points is what makes a difference in a lot of situations and a lot of games."
Absolutely. So those are our DeArmond Ford Radio keys to the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Tonight's game time temperature presented by Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. It is 41 degrees outside, and do want to mention that a high wind watch is in place Wednesday from noon till midnight. Plenty of high winds coming. Damaging winds could blow down trees and power lines. Widespread power outages are possible. Travel could be difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Southwest winds of 25 to 40 miles per hour with gusts of 55 to 70 miles per hour possible. So make sure to stay safe on Wednesday. Enjoy the nice temperatures, but not too much because it'll be really windy outside. So Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. No hidden fees, just one great price on plumbing, heating, and cooling services to keep you comfortable. Take another short time out. When we come back, it's our starting lineups presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care. And we'll be back after this for more of the Downey Tire Pros Radio pregame show on 94.3 KNIA. Yay.
The game is about to start, and the guests are about to arrive. Did you forget about the food? Don't worry. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola has you covered. Stop into one of their 2 Indianola locations at 1201 North Jefferson Way or 2001 West 2nd Avenue and carry out one of your favorite Godfather's famous pizzas or have it delivered. The Godfather Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m., Friday through Sundays. Get a great Godfather's Pizza at a great price. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola.
You don't want to pick up garbage, but lucky for you, someone else does. Your hometown choice for garbage is TRM Disposal in Indianola. They offer dumpster and roll-off rentals for construction jobs, small remodeling jobs, or basement cleanouts. Seriously, if you need to distress, clean out your entire house, throw it in a dumpster, and let TRM Disposal pick it up.
This is Sarah with TRM Disposal, where we pride ourselves on being a local, family-owned company with old-fashioned customer service.
And welcome back one final time to the Downey Tire Pros Radio pregame show on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swander, Indianola hosting the Hawks of Ankeny. Rick, let's get into tonight's starting lineups. Those are presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care Facility. We'll start with Indianola, and by then hopefully we'll be confirmed on Ankeny.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting the Ankeny ones right now. It looks like I might I'm pretty close to it. So anyway, let's do the Indianola starting lineups for Jeff Eberlin. Number 2 will be the junior. That's Braden Dre. Number 5, the senior, Cooper Naylor. Number 14 is a junior. That's Casey Glasscock. Number 22, a junior. That's Drew Kingery. And number 23, rounding out the starting lineup, junior Charlie Wilmot for Indianola.
Again, that's 3 Indian starters, all averaging over double figures. Braden Dre leading the way with 16.3 points per game. And then Drew Kingery with 11, Charlie Wilmot with 10. And Rick, you got the numbers for Ankeny starters now.
Yeah, I do, and it looks like Coach Carlson, number 5 is a senior. That's Ryan Crandall. Number 11 is sophomore. That's Carson Johnson. Number 23 is a junior. That's Carson Weed. And number 31 is sophomore Leo Aguirre. And number 51, a senior, Braden Simonson. There's a starting lineup for the Ankeny Hawks.
All right, tonight's starting lineups have been presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care Facility. Vintage Hills of Indianola offers assisted living and memory care in beautiful apartment homes. Get the lifestyle you want with the services and amenities that will make your life easier at Vintage Hills of Indianola. And I do have confirmation on the names. It is Carson Weedy and Leo Aguirre.
Aguirre, yep.
So the starting lineups for the Indians coming in right now. But that wraps up the Downey Tire Pros radio pregame show. Locally owned Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. Rick, we'll stay right here inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube. We talked earlier, this is a very tall and lengthy Ankeny squad, nothing like Pella Christian, but they're going to make things tough inside. Indianola, I think, has to go outside in and then take advantage of the one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, and I think right now, not having seen Ankeny, but I know we've got speed and agility and athleticism, so I'm going to look at that right now without even seeing. I'll be able to maybe acquire or look at what Ankeny does in the first few minutes of that first quarter. But we know the speed and agility that that Indianola has, and I'm going to rely on that. And of course, I'm sorry, it's just Ankeny's probably got the same speed and agility that we got. They're a good ball club.
You're listening to Indianola High School basketball, powered by Community First Credit Union on AM 1320 and FM 94.3 KNIA Knoxville, Indianola. It'll be Kingery tipping it off for the Indians. We are ready to go inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth.
See who they put in the center circle.
Assuming it'll be Aguirre.
Leo Aguirre.
Sophomore averaging 10.3 points per contest.
Are you ready for basketball? Here we go.
And the opening tip ready to go. It's up in the air, won by Kingery into the backcourt. Dre has it over to Naylor, and Indianola is off. 0-0 score. Naylor finds Dre. Now Kingery, left wing, crosses over. Jump back, step back jumper is up, no good, too strong. Rebound into the hands of Crandall. Crandall gets it over to Johnson, and Ankeny's first offensive possession is across half court, dribbling left side. Back up top into the hands of Simonson. Now right wing Aguirre, back up top Crandall. Good defense from the Indians. Back over left side and knocked out of the hands of Simonson and out of bounds. Ankeny ball underneath.
I think Charlie Wilmot got a little finger hand on that, got it, knocked it out. It'll stay with the Ankeny Hawks underneath their basket.
Looking to go all the way out near a 5-second call, and they finally find Simonson out near the three-point line, who finds Johnson. Johnson dribbling right side. Hands it off, Indians switching off of screens. Finds Aguirre top of the key. Dribbling left, goes right at Naylor. Jumper is up off the backboard, and it's up and in. So it's Aguirre.
Yeah, he made a nice move and really nice spot off the glass to get that to fall.
Glasscock pass over to Naylor. Now back left side, Braden Dre. Fakes right, goes left into the lane. Back out, Glasscock, shot fake, dribbles right. He goes into the lane, fakes a pass, layup is up too strong. Altered by the Hawks, and the rebound into the hands of Weedy. Now Aguirre, jumper, maybe deflected, and it'll be out of bounds. Air ball, no, Indians touched it, and it'll be an air ball on the Hawks. Indianola ball trailing 2-0, 6:49 to go, quarter number one.
Yeah, I thought maybe the way that went off his hand, somebody might have got a finger on it or something, but they say no, and it's Indianola with the basketball.
Dre dribbling right side after a couple of screens, gets it over to Naylor, dribbles baseline, finds Kingery on the cut, layup is up and in, and a foul is called. And Drew Kingery gets the Indians scoring started. That's an easy way to get your guy going a little bit. Find him an easy bucket at the right underneath the hoop and get him at the free throw line.
You know, Drew Kingery this year, his chances at the charity stripe have been right at 16.7%. So, and that is 1 out of 6.
Make that 1 out of 7 as Kingery can't get it to fall down. And 6.5 to go, quarter number 1. Dribbling right side is Carson Johnson. Hands it off to Geary. Now back over to Crandall. Indianola and Ankeny tied at 2. And now a blocking foul is going to be called. Count the bucket as Ryan Crandall gets a nice 2 on a drive to the hoop. And a blocking foul called on the Indians. That's on.
Not sure. We had a couple of bodies down in
That's
there.
on
I'm
Wilmot.
not sure which one they called that on. Yeah, Charlie Wilmot picks up his first.
So in the end, 1 for Ryan Crandall to give Ankeny a 3-point lead. They lead 4-2. Shot is up, and he hits. Indianola now trails 5-2, 6:20 to go, quarter number 1. Dre dribbling right side, finds Glasscock. Back up top, Kingery. Top of the key. Kicks it over right side, Wilmot. He'll take the 3 to tie. Too strong off the back of the rim and picked up by Crandall, and Ankeny grabs it. Aguirre, top of the key. Right side, Crandall takes the deep 3, hand in his face off the side of the rim. No, Kingery skies for the rebound, and here come the Indians. Pass goes right side, Glasscock looking down low. Wilmot can't find him, swings it around Dre into the corner. Naylor wide open for 3. Too strong, no good off the top of the backboard. No out of bounds call, and Ankeny grabs the rebound with 5:45 remaining. Indians trail 5-2.
Early on here, they're just getting that one shot. Defensive rebounds for the Ankeny Hawks.
Pass gets left side. Johnson drives to the hoop. Left-handed layup is up, no good. Glasscock with the rebound. Indianola with numbers. Bringing it up right side, Kingery. He'll take the deep 3 to tie. That one's off the mark. And a rebound picked up by Simonson, and the Indians are ice cold to start this game.
Yeah, all these shots are still too strong. They're going off the back part or the far side of the rim. They're just a little too off. They're just a little off on the mark there.
Geary has the ball top of the key. Dribbling left, right at Glasscock, puts one off the backboard, up and in, and that was just a little too easy, and it's 7-2 Ankeny.
That's a tough shot and a tough angle, and he makes it look really easy.
Dre into the corner, Glasscock. Up top, Kingery. Fakes left, goes right, and a whistle's going to be called. I think that'll be on Carson Johnson. We'll wait and see. It's on him or Weedy.
No,
it'll be on Johnson.
Johnson, yep.
Second foul on the Hawks. And second foul on Johnson. So we're going to see substitutes come in for the Hawks. It's number 35, Alex Aguirre. And 55, J.J. Cole. So bringing on more big guys for the Ankeny squad.
Yeah, right there. There's almost 16 points for them coming in early here in the first quarter.
Kingery drives baseline, dumps it off to Glasscock. His shot is up, no good. Rebound tipped out into the hands of Ankeny, and Ryan Crandall trying to go spin move straight to the hoop. Layup is up and in, and Ryan Crandall with a nice finish. And Indianola now trails 9-2, 4:40 to go, quarter number 1. Not that they're not getting good looks, Rick. They're just not able to put anything down.
That was a big-time move by Crandall.
Glasscock dribbles baseline, tries to kick it all the way back out, finds Naylor. Naylor nearly loses it, kicks it back out. Dre, who has not shot the ball yet, over to Naylor, left wing. Ankeny with a solid defensive possession, finds Wilmot. Wilmot drives inside, spin move out to Kingery. He'll take the 3. In and out, no good, and the rebound down to Aguirre. 4:13 to go in the first quarter, and the Indians get off to another slow start. They're fourth in a row.
That's the first shot that actually had a chance to go in from the outside.
Pass gets down low. Cole shot is up, no good. Good defense by the Indians. How do we score that one?
That was, I think, Alex Aguirre.
And that is another tip in by him, and it's a McCoy True Value timeout. Indians trail 11-2 to Ankeny with 3:58 remaining. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. We are over halfway through the first quarter. Indianola has 2 points. It's a 9-0 Ankeny run. Ankeny 11, Indianola 2. And Ankeny with 2 team fouls, Indianola with just 1. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. They're getting you back in the game. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com. Rick,
well, it's kind of like we've seen them start out slow like this, not being able to put that ball down, and they just got to find that rhythm. And like I said, I think the first 5 shots, they were long. They were coming off the back part of the rim, or they were coming off the the glass too hard, just not able to do that. And right now, they just need to find that rhythm and get the right pace.
Naylor dribbles right side, gets it over to Dre. Deep three from Dre is up, knocks it down. And there's the solution to the offensive woes. Get a three-point shot from Braden Dre up.
Yeah, once you get one started, then it kind of, let's hopefully that kind of takes off. Everybody else has that same type of.
Aguirre drives inside, has it knocked away by Dre, and then commits a foul. And that'll be the third team foul on Ankeny, and that's Alex Aguirre. So Aguirre with a foul, and he is now trail 11-5 coming out of the McCoy True Value timeout. Dre finds Glasscock, now Naylor. Left side, Kingery. Looking underneath, looking to go one-on-one. Kingery finds Dre. Dre goes to the hoop, but dumps it off to Naylor. Naylor goes inside, puts up a floater, and it's up and in. And Cooper Naylor gets his first points, and Indianola trails by just 4 after another disastrous start to the contest.
Great ball movement. They kept it going, kept it moving, and Cooper with that nice little floater up there gets it to fall.
Crandall drives inside. His floater is up and in, and Ryan Crandall, the senior, averages 10 points per game, has 7 already. Looking really sharp as Ankeny leads 13-7. Naylor has it up top. Wilmot, top of the key. Naylor over to Glasscock. He'll take the NBA range 3. That one's too strong. Tipped out by Kingery. Glasscock has it. Goes right to the hoop. Layup is up and does not fall. Wilmot tips it out into the hands of Naylor. Kingery dribbles inside, and a foul is going to be called on J.J. Cole, I think, and that'll be the 4th team foul on the Hawks with 2:34 left to go in the first quarter. His first, team 4th.
Yeah, 4-1 on team fouls right now. The Hawks have that lead, and it'll be Cooper Naylor putting the ball in play on the sideline.
Naylor finds Kingery, top of the key. Looking to go one-on-one, crosses over, straight to the hoop, left-handed layup is up and in. And Drew Kingery gets a nice answer, and the Indians trail 13-9.
I like that. This got to be a confidence builder for Drew Kingery as he drives to the hoop and makes that basket.
Looking to go deep as Cole turns around. Offensive foul is going to be drawn by who else but Cooper Naylor, the actor himself.
Down there solid, never moved, had it, waited for the bump, and, we'll give him a little bit for the fall to the floor, but it was a strong move by Cole, and he put it up, and he did commit the foul. And Indianola trailing by 4 right now. 2:14 to go and counted here in the first quarter.
On a 7-2 run as Wilmot has it top of the key. Hands it off Dre. Thought about a shot, dribbles it inside. He'll put up a floater and is fouled. That's by Alex Aguirre, and that's his first foul, or second foul, I should say.
Yeah,
team 5th. 6th, I should say, actually. And Indianola shooting free throws the rest of this first half, and Braden Dre with the first 2.
And you look at Indianola, 68% from the charity stripe. And, of course, both teams pretty even there. Ankeny at 70%, and Dre puts down his first attempt at free throw line tonight.
We're going to see Heimbaugh and Blake come onto the floor for the Indians. So 2 guys off the bench who have been playing really well as Dre makes both free throws, makes it a 2-point game with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, Rick, 2 points for the first half of this first quarter and trail just by 2 points, 13-11. Pass goes right side. Weedy now swings it around to Maddox Ward, who's in the game for the first time. Back up top, Crandall, who's had a great first quarter. Crandall dribbles right and loses the ball, looking for a push-off, and Blake had it and tipped it out over to Dre, and Indianola can tie or take the lead. Right side, Naylor wide open, dribbles right, baseline, and a foul is going to be called, another on Ankeny, and that'll send Naylor to the free throw line for 1-1.
Wow. I mean, it just started out, and right now that's kind of one of those silly fouls where you try to reach around from behind. You're beaten. You try to reach around. You commit the foul, and that'll put Mr. Naylor, at the Cooper Naylor at the free throw line.
You can call him Mr. Naylor.
I can call him that too.
He
and I was
misses
just about
the
to
front
say
end of the 1-1.
Just about to say he's shooting 100% on the year. Well, he missed that one. Now I can say that.
Well, you were thinking it, so we can blame Rick again for that one. 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Indianola trails 13-11. Pass gets right side. Crandall for 3. That one's off the rim. No good. Blake Skies for the rebound and is fouled down low again by Braden Simonson. And that'll send Blake to the free throw line for 1-1. The 8th team foul in the first quarter on Ankeny.
Well, if you're the Ankeny coach, you got to be frustrated right now with those silly.
Well,
I call them silly little fouls. I mean,
I agree. There's been like maybe one or two that have been questionable, but other than that, it's been
and we're going to be in
standard.
a double bonus here for it too. I mean, that's the 8th team foul, 8 and 1. Usually, when you say it's kind of off
that's
kilter
three
like that.
Ankeny players with
Wow.
2 fouls each, and Braden Simonson with 1. As Blake missed the free throw, and Indianola can't convert, and the rebound came over to Kingery, and a foul is going to be called on the Indians, it looks like. That's on Naylor, his first, team second. So Ankeny has gotten into the bonus here, Rick, but Indianola 0 for 3 on 1 of 1 fouls. 2 of 5 in this first quarter, trailing 13-11. Aguirre, jumper at the elbow is up no good. Blake with another rebound, gets it over, finds Dre. Minute 3, pass down low, finds Kingery down low on the block. Layup is up, no good. Altered by Ankeny, good defense as Aguirre grabs it. Defended by Heimbaugh. Crosses him over, thought about a shot, but they find Simonson at the free throw line, now back up top. 50 seconds to go, quarter number 1. And a foul is going to be called on Dre there. Just a little bit too aggressive as Carson Johnson got around the screen.
Yeah, kind of came through that screen a little bit and got off balance. And the only place he was going to do was to kind of let the Ankeny player keep him from falling down, and he picks up the foul. Better Brick in the lineup now for Indianola.
Naylor takes a seat, so on the floor, Kingery, Dre, Blake, Heimbaugh, and Brick for the final 46.5 seconds to go. And they're going to get Dre again on a foul back-to-back. On a hold on the inbounds. And they got to get, Dre has to take a seat. He picks up 2 early fouls, and that's big for Indianola as Dre going to have to play either A, very safe for the rest of this first half, or take a long seat.
Yeah, everybody is. I mean, both sides right now. And they're just, those fouls that they're calling, they're just, the officials are being real tight about that.
Weedy deep 3 is up no good, and Blake on the rebound gets fouled again by Simonson.
No, that's going to be against Blake. That's going to be a push-off against Brady Blake underneath. They say he pushed off. And Coach Jeff Eberle, he's going over. He's going to have a little discussion with the official just to say, hey, come on, you got to watch the guy with the elbow, too.
34 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Coach Ebling did not like that call as Leo Aguirre brings it all the way out, defended by Kingery. Kingery has no fouls, so he can play defense. Dribbles left side, goes straight to the hoop. Layup is up and in. And he's got 6 first quarter points, and Ankeny leads 15-11. 15 seconds to go. Quarter number 1, Kingery brings it across half court. Holding for the final shot. 8 seconds. Kingery dribbling around, gets a screen from Blake. Dribbles right, gets it knocked away, and Kingery hits the deck. Ward going down the floor. Layup is up and in at the buzzer, and that is an end to the first quarter. Ankeny 17, Indianola 11. Bodies hitting the deck, whistles flying. Indians trail by 6. More after this on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
Good Samaritan Society in Indianola is committed to providing an unprecedented level of quality service, compassionate care, and range of amenities to ensure the residents enjoy a carefree, fulfilling lifestyle that is tailored to their needs. Proudly serving Warren County and the surrounding Des Moines areas, their friendly, professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities that care for your whole person. Give them a call today at 515-302-6791 and get the next journey of your life started the right way today.
Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today and find out more. Your Indianola YMCA, it's where you belong.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Ankeny ball to start quarter number 2. Hawks lead 17-11. Lots of whistles, lots of drama at the end of that first quarter. He's Rick Wilson, I'm Andrew Swadner, and we are off with Maddox Ward with the ball top of the key. Finds Simonson. Looking right side, Johnson. One dribble, goes baseline, double teamed, goes up Aguirre. He dribbles left, pulls up in the lane, layup is up, or shot is up, no good. Blake with the rebound, gets it over to Kingery, and Indianola with a defensive stop to start the second quarter. Kingery waving everyone off as he's defended by Carson Weedy. Gets it over to Blake, top of the key. Hands it off Heimbaugh. Heimbaugh back over to Blake, left open, dribbles it inside, cross court over to Glasscock. Dribbles it around, finds Blake, he's wide open for three, he'll take it. Off the front of the rim, no, and Indianola still just one three-point shot in this contest. Close on a lot of them as they get the ball up the floor. Aguirre, pass into the corner, back again, back to Aguirre. Now back up top, Carson Johnson trying to break down Heimbaugh with 7:03 and counting to go. Deep three, Johnson is up and he hits. Carson Johnson couldn't be kept quiet for long as Indianola now trails 20-11. Back up top, Blake. Back-to-back threes up for Blake. Too short again, but Glasscock with the rebound out to Heimbaugh. He'll take the three. Too strong and battling for the rebound. Foul is going to be on the floor. And if it's against Ankeny, it's free throws for the Indians.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Aguirre. I think
it's on Weedy.
Oh, check the call. Yep. No, 20. Yep, you're right. Yep.
So
Weedy.
Kingery back to the free throw line. Indianola 2 of 5 at the line. 1 of, I think, at least 10 from three-point range at this point. Most of them being good looks. And Kingery makes the front end of 1-on-1. He's got 5 points. Tied for the team lead with Braden Dre. And it's just been shooting woes right now, Rick, that's keeping Indianola out of it. Kingery makes them both. 13-20 is our score. Indianola trails by 7, 6:43 to go in quarter number 2.
It looks like points are going to be at a premium anyway at the early start here, and Indianola now is they're doing that from the charity stripe.
Aguirre's shot is up and blocked by Kingery. Glasscock skies for the rebound, and here come the Indians. Pass goes left side. Kingery into the corner. Brick dribbles around up top, gets a screen from Kingery. Now gets it over to Blake. Blake dribbles left over to Kingery. Left wing, he'll take the three, is up. Two off the side, and Glasscock tracks down the rebound. Pass over the top for Heimbaugh. Shot fake, dribbles into the lane, up and under. Left-handed layup is up, no good. Heimbaugh hits the deck, but a good no call. And 6 minutes to go in the first half. Carson Johnson drives to the hoop. Left-handed layup is up and in. And boy, Indianola not finishing. Ankeny finishing is the difference in this game right now.
Yeah,
right?
That was a great hesitation move to the basket.
Blake left wide open for three again, and he can't hit again. And the rebound is going to be off of, whoa, okay, it was off. I thought Brick finished or saved it inbounds.
Depending on where he stepped down there.
I guess
couldn't
if he stepped
see the
out.
crowd was down there. He must have stepped on the line or something, but it's going to be Ankeny basketball. We've got some changes made by both teams. And
so we see Wilmot come back in and Naylor come back in along the floor with Kingery and Heimbaugh for the Indians.
Simonson's going out for the Ankeny Hawks.
5:47 to go, quarter number 2. Ankeny leads by 9, their biggest lead of the night, 22-13. Pass gets left side, Crandall. Now into the corner for Ward, back up top, Crandall swings it around Johnson. He'll take the deep three, hand in his face, and he can't miss right now. Carson Johnson, the sophomore, has 8 second quarter points, and Ankeny leads by 12, their biggest lead of the night. Naylor picks up his dribble, finds Wilmot, top of the key. Hands it off Kingery. Kingery dribbling right and is fouled by Alex Aguirre, and that'll send Kingery to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That's going to be his third. If it's on Alex, it's going to be his third, and it is.
Aguirre, it is his third.
And of course, late in the first quarter, they were in the double bonus. Right now, they're in the double bonus the rest of the way here. 5:21 to go here in the first half. Drew Kingery, 2 out of 3. The charity stripe makes that one 3 out of 4 right now, Andrew. And closes the gap a little bit. Makes it a 25-14 Indianola deficit.
5:21 to go in the first half, and Kingery trying to keep Indianola in it at the free throw line. He's got 8 total points, 4 of 4 from the line in the second quarter. Dribbling now left side, Ryan Crandall. Carson Johnson has had the hot hand for the Hawks. Dribbling right side, goes right at the hoop. Step back jumper is up and in, and boy, Naylor's playing just suffocating defense, but it doesn't matter.
This kid fades back, jumps up, fades back, and still puts it up and finds the bucket, finds the bottom of the net.
Naylor dribbles right side, tried to get it to Kingery baseline, and out of bounds. Miscommunication, and the Indians turn it over, trailing 27-15. And Rick, you can just tell that this Ankeny squad is talented and crisp with the ball.
Yeah, Cooper Naylor come around there. That's I think Drew Creamer was supposed to go to the bucket, but he couldn't move because his man was keeping him there. And by that time, the turnover.
Deep three from Johnson, and he hits again. Hand in his face, and he's got 13 second quarter points, and the Ankeny Hawks have doubled up the Indians 30-15 in the second quarter. And a McCoy True Value timeout is taken on the floor. In case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford, Indianola is getting outscored in this second quarter, 13-4, all 13 points from Carson Johnson. Let's do tonight's Fan of the Game, presented by Godfather's Express. You can win a free single-topping large pizza if you're our fan of the game, so stop by Godfather's Express to register. Then listen to our next Indianola broadcast to see if you're the fan of the game, presented by Godfather's Express. Let's also take a look at the road ahead, presented by Good Samaritan Society of Indianola. Indianola, much like the girls, facing Dallas Center Grimes on the road on Friday, their first road game of the season for the boys, and then Carlisle on Monday. So when it comes to your road ahead, think of Good Samaritan Society in Indianola, where their professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities that care for your whole person, mind, body, and spirits.
Well, let's hope the timeout solves some issues for Indianola, because Carson Johnson, 5 out of 5. Indianola 0 for 5 as they came down. And they're putting points on, and there is 13 points from just one man, the sophomore, number 11, Carson Johnson. He hits a 3, he hits a 2, he hits a 3, he hits a 2, and then hits a 3 again. So, yeah, kind of automatic right now for Ankeny out there on the floor.
Work to do for the Indians as Glasscock gets the handoff, dribbles right side straight to the hoop. Layup is up and tipped out of bounds off of Maddox Ward, to be totally honest. I think that was off of Glasscock. I think the Indians got away with that one.
It looked like it. It looked like the position of Ward's hand, but I think you're right. We got away. We got lucky on that call.
Pass gets into the corner. Wilmot thought about a shot. He drives inside, tries to finish at the hoop, and the layup is up and in. And Charlie Wilmot gets his first 2 points. And Indianola, possession by possession, will have to start digging into this deficit. And they get a turnover right away. Dre with a nice steal. Gets it over to Wilmot. Layup is up. Great finish from Charlie Wilmot, and he's on a 4-0 run himself.
Yeah. Keep that going. Keep it up. Keep that intensity going. You need to do that. Let's see if that momentum shift right now with 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
Pass gets out. Gure into the corner. Carson Johnson dribbles right side. Does he finally miss? He does. And Naylor with the rebounds. Indianola trails 30-19. Glasscock hands it off Kingery. Thought about a step back 3, but gets it over to Naylor. He drives inside, pass out, tipped out and stolen away by Maddox Ward. Ward starting a 1-on-2, goes right at Kingery. Layup is up, no good. Glasscock with the rebound. And now the Indians have numbers on a 5-on-3. Glasscock over to Naylor, right wing, finds Kingery cutting to the hoop. Shot fake up and under, layup is up and in.
Got it to go.
And Indianola on a 6-0 run, and now a McCoy True Value timeout taken by Ankeny. Or no, excuse me, an official timeout, I think.
I thought maybe they were going to, well, no foul called. It was, I don't know why they stopped it.
I wonder if they were warning Coach Ebling on the Indianola bench.
It is a
no, it is a McCoy True Value timeout.
timeout
so
by Ankeny.
Indianola trails 30-21, 3:30 to go, quarter number 2. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Ankeny 30, Indianola 21. Ankeny with 10 team fouls, but Indianola has not made them pay at the free throw line for it. Indians are just 6 of 9, but the last 4 coming from Drew Kingery, and they are 0 of 3 on their 1-in-1 chances. So couldn't even get to the second shot, and that's so big. And Carson Johnson has the only point scored for Ankeny in this second quarter. He's got 13 points, all 13 for the Hawks.
Yeah, with 5 out of 6. He finally missed a short 2-point, about a 12-footer. Couldn't make that go. The rebound came down. Indianola came down and put some points up. Charlie Wilmot started that. What a great job he did. Then Drew Kingery went to the bucket. He got his 2, and they trail by 9.
Johnson thought about a 3. Now they cross-court pass over to Maddox Ward. Swings it over to Ryan Crandall. His shot is up, no good, but an offensive rebound is going to be picked up and missed by Simonson, but he gets his own rebound again. 3 opportunities, and that's Ankeny, 2 points, and Indianola needs to do a better job on the boards.
Oh, definitely so. Simonson with his first 2 points of the ball game.
Glasscock, he's wide open for three. He'll take it, no good. And Indianola still ice cold from long range. Just one Braden Dre three is keeping them from going 0 for beyond the arc.
I can't remember the last time we saw a drought like this from Ankeny, or from the Indianola for Indianola shooting.
Johnson hands it off Crandall. He drives inside, puts up a floater. It's up no good. Kingery with the rebound and on the move for the Indians. 2.5 to go before halftime. Indians trail 32-21. Kingery drives to the hoop. Floaters up and in. This is the type of game we wanted to see from Drew Kingery. He's got 12 in the first half. Dribbling across half court is Johnson. Gets a screen left defended by Dre, which is dangerous. Dre has 2 fouls. Crandall drives inside, kicks it over. Right side. Aguirre drives inside. Nice.
Oh, what a move.
Up and under move. Gets the layup up and in, and it's 34-23. Indians trail by 11.
Yeah, Aguirre's first 2 points of this quarter.
Hand off to Dre, top of the key. Up and under. Naylor thought about a three, drives inside, kicks it off. Wilmot up and under. Layup is up and in, and a foul is called. And Charlie Wilmot with 6 points in the second quarter and a chance at 7 at the line.
Yeah, a chance for that and one. And boy, I'll tell you what, we talked about important points, important buckets right there. Charlie Wilmot in this second quarter, he's really been aggressive to the hoop. And right there, he, again, aggressive, got the pass and drew the foul. An opportunity here for Charlie Wilmot.
No good on the free throw. Naylor hit the deck, trying to draw a foul. It's over to Aguirre. He dribbles on Glasscock, tries to go left, goes straight into the lane. Layup is up, and just turnaround jumper is up and in, and he just muscles his way up to a bucket. And now another McCoy True Value, I thought a McCoy True Value timeout by Coach Ebling, but they're going to warn the Ankeny bench, I think.
I think so, yeah. They did that, give that warning, and with 1:44 to go here in the first half.
Dre finds Glasscock. Cross-court pass, Drew Kingery wide open for three. Knocks it down, and the drought is over. Indianola back within 8 points, 36-28.
Yeah, you dig the hole they dug and not being able to hit anything. They've come alive here in the last probably 3 minutes of this quarter.
Crandall has it, pass tipped up, stolen away by Naylor, and Indianola's on the move. Right side, Dre, spin move. Goes right to the hoop, into the corner, Kingery again, but he couldn't handle it, but he puts up the three anyway. That one's short, does not shot in rhythm, and Simonson grabs the rebound. That's a pass that doesn't lead to 2 points or 3 points there, Rick, as the pass was just off target. And a minute to go here in quarter number 2. Carson Johnson, an offensive foul on the screen against Simonson.
Yep, it was a push off. You could see that up here. It was developing, and it's going to be a foul, offensive foul. He picks up his
that's his
second foul.
And it'll be Indianola ball. So foul trouble for the Hawks. Johnson with 2.
That's 12 fouls for them. They only show 10 on the scoreboard, but we keep a track. That's 12 to 5 is what the foul totals are here in the first half. So.
Dre gets the handoff. His shot is maybe deflected by Ankeny, and it's picked up by Ryan Crandall, and the Hawks get a stop. It's tipped up and stolen away by Kingery. However, Indianola has numbers. 4 on 3. Dre, nice pass down low. Glasscock, he can't handle it, however. Stays in bounds and has to do a cross-court pass all the way up top. Braden Dre wide open for 3. Too strong. Wilmot grabs the rebound, has it knocked out of his hands, but Glasscock has it, and Indianola resets with 27 seconds on the shot clock. Or on the game clock, I should say, as it looks like the Indians are holding for the final shot. Naylor out at the volleyball line, 18 seconds to go. And has it knocked away, looking towards Coach Ebling, and Fisk has it, and Naylor comes and gets him from behind on the foul with 13.6 seconds remaining. And that's
I'm not sure that was a foul. He just went up, couldn't handle it. Maybe he reached back and got it. That's a possibility, but he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 here.
Naylor was looking at Coach Ebling, and Fisk just came up and knocked the ball out of his hands, and then Naylor stopped the easy 2 on the other end, but Ankeny making it hurt. And ball don't lie on that one. Ryan Crandall can't get the first free throw to go down. As we see Simonson come off. And Ryan Crandall at the free throw line, trying to get at least 1 out of a layup attempt. And he makes the second one. 2 of 3 at the line for Ankeny, all of them by Crandall. 13 seconds to go, Naylor, top of the key. Dribbling down right side. Hands it off. No. Thought about a handoff to Dre. Has to get it over to Dre. 5 seconds. Dre dribbling left side. Kicks it down low. Wilmot up and under. Lamp is up and in. And a foul is called with 2.8 seconds to go. And Charlie Wilmot with 8 second quarter points can get Indianola back within 6 with a made free throw.
Well, Charlie Wilmot just has picked this up, and he's a play inside, his aggressiveness and going to the hoop, drawing that foul. That foul's going to be on
Isaiah Otten, his first. So Carson Johnson comes back onto the floor with 2.8 seconds to go, and Wilmot with a chance to, again, a couple of disastrous spurts by the Indians in this game to be down just 6. And Wilmot makes the free throw. Pass gets in, left side, Aguirre has to put up a shot from half court. Nearly went in, but Indianola survives a disastrous start and a disastrous run to start the second. They trail 37-31 at halftime. We'll have Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio halftime show after this on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube.
There's more to a dealership than just sales and service. At Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola, their experienced parts department has all the high-quality factory parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly, even when the cold weather comes. And if you're in the market for a new or used Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram car, SUV, or pickup, their top-notch finance department has you covered and can get you out on the road in the vehicle you're looking for quickly and smoothly. From parts and service to financing on your next ride, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola.
Honey.
These are so good.
Honey, calm down. You're embarrassing me.
These ribs are fall off the bone, melt in your mouth good. I knew Houston's on Main had amazing wood oven pizza, but ribs like this, oh man, this is a game changer.
I get it, but will you at least calm down, please? It's Friday and it's date night.
Okay, I'll calm down. By the way, are you going to eat those?
Go ahead.
Houston's on Main in Milo, the home of Milo's best wood oven pizza.
Welcome back to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio halftime show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community. They do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. Indianola girls basketball picks up a win in game 1 of this doubleheader, 54-47, joined by head coach Jeff Jansen. Coach, I think a quality win against a quality program in Ankeny. You got to feel pretty good about that one.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, tonight was a kind of a playoff atmosphere, playoff type game. You know, all credit, of course, Coach McAnally there at Ankeny. They've had a great run here, 4 straight wins. They play physical. They got some great shooters, great guards for sure, and we had to come prepared, and our girls answered the call tonight.
I loved the adjustments made almost on the fly. I guess I don't know how much you were kind of calling these out from the bench, but it was inside, outside, then back inside again as soon as you realized the Hawks were in foul trouble. And I loved that first half. It felt like the Indians were taking advantage wherever they could.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's, again, all credit to my assistant coaches there. The communication on our bench in preparation for this game, during the game, and at halftime, in between quarters was outstanding, and the girls that made plays then. You know, getting to the foul line as much as we did. Of course, we got to make more of those for sure moving forward. But the look in our girls' faces when the game came down to crunch time and had to make big plays, we definitely made them tonight.
Well, and that's the thing is I can think of at least a couple games now where Indianola has not shot the ball well and still been able to pull out a win. Just three three-pointers in this game, all in the first half, and then shot 17 of 32 from the free throw line. Talk about just kind of being able to find a win when maybe it's not your night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, I have to give our credit, our defense more credit than probably what I do. We've been doing some solid things defensively and rebounding the ball fairly well. In areas, of course, we want to continue to improve on. But the fact that we only made 3 threes tonight and won the game, we wouldn't have had that conversation or be having this conversation 2 years ago or last year. And so that's our veteran lineup this year. That's our girls that are seasoned vets making plays. And then also some girls coming off the bench providing some outstanding minutes, like Jillian Smith tonight. Probably had her best game of her high school varsity career. And that's what it's going to take, quite honestly, is the defensive effort when shots aren't falling.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because she was our key player of the game. just 6 points and 3 rebounds we had her marked down for, but it felt like her presence was much more than that with the Indians in foul trouble, just some stability off the bench, and it feels like you really have that with Jill and Bryn Bishop also coming off now.
Definitely. The 2 girls I gave a shout out at the end of the game, Bryn Ortland had a rough night tonight offensively for sure and got into foul trouble, but her key loose ball rebound was absolutely huge for us. And to be about the team, to not be selfish in any regards, and to make plays like that was huge. Jill Smith making that huge box out on number 4 late in the game to get a defensive rebound against a much bigger defender or girl on offense was huge. And that's what we have to be about. And that's what I tried to stress big time there at the end of the game was regardless of who's putting the ball in the hole or if shots are going in, we got to make game-winning plays, and luckily we made enough of those tonight.
How much do you think the confidence gained from Game 1 against Urbandale, tonight's game against Ankeny, when you go back and look at the tape, it just feels like this team, and maybe they weren't so much in the past, but it just feels like they're not even intimidated whatsoever by a team that's as big as strong as some of those big 5A schools?
That's a great question, Andrew. I feel like our girls know that they belong, and we have great camaraderie. We have a great sense of who we are as a team. We got a teammate. We got a team of best friends. No matter how goofy the dance moves are, or the celebrations, or even in the low times when girls are crying in the locker room, or we're getting emotional after a loss like Lewis Central last week, our girls are so close, and we can hold each other accountable because of that. We can communicate through some of those challenging moments, or through some of these close ball games. And I'm so stinking proud of where we're at. And our trajectory of where we're going.
Well, I feel like we could talk for a long time, but we both got places to be, so I'll let you go with this. It doesn't get any easier on the road at DCG in what might be one of the most pivotal games of the season. How do you want to attack DCG this Friday night?
That's a great question. I've talked about Coach Jones enough, and my respect for him as a former player and as a coach right now. I have great respect for him and what they're doing. I know they're going to be fired up after Friday's defeat at Grinnell, and they have all week to prepare for us and to get ready for us. And we're going to have to come prepared just as much. And it's going to be a playoff atmosphere, 2 top 10 teams. And if we want to get where we want to get after New Year's and heading into February in a month and a half, Friday night's just as big a game as if it were the second round of playoffs to go to state or anything like that. So I can't wait to prepare with this team and have our girls get after it these next 3 days to prepare for it.
Thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate it, and congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Andrew.
We'll have more on the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio halftime show after this. Indians boys trailing Ankeny 37-31. Welcome back to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio halftime show on 94.3 KNIA. Indianola Activities YouTube. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Indianola boys trailing 37-31. Rick, talking about that first half. Again, whistle happy, but Indianola, you got to feel like if they shoot even remotely close to their average from outside, they're either tied or within the lead, because I feel like they've only made just two triples in this game.
Yeah, 2.
One in the first quarter, one in the second quarter, and they've had plenty of open looks that just haven't gone down.
Yeah, they started out shooting a little strong, and like I said on that, then they kind of finally found the range. Drew Kingery with his 3, and of course Braden Dre with a 3 deep. That was his only bucket. And I'll tell you what, I like the fact that Drew Kingery right here at halftime, I've got him with 15 points.
Well, I just watched him warm up, and they just made like 15 in a row. So hopefully that's figured out here. But
they've got it figured out. But how about Charlie Wilmot in that first half? Boy, I tell you what, took that second quarter, and he just kind of took charge, got in there, and Drew Kingery with 15, and 4 of those are free throws. So good job. We're doing that. 7 out of 11, Indianola is from the free throw line. 2 out of 3 for Ankeny. The key there is they got to the line 3 times. We got there 11 times. We made 7 out of 11. And that kind of kept us in that game. And then we started making the buckets.
And they still didn't even take advantage of it as much as they could have, though, either 0 for 3 on fouls 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah,
you got to make those front ends of 1 and 1 to give yourself another chance. So that's going to be my second half adjustment, is going to be make the shots from outside. I mean, it's easier said than done. Do have our first Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio update of the night. North Mahaska 54, PCM 51 after 3. Thanks to Alex Cook for sending that along. That wraps up the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio halftime show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community. They do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola, working with you and for you. We welcome you back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Rick, Indians should have the ball to start half number 2, and we'll see what they can bring to the table here.
Well, here, we need to look quickly at the foul situation. It is 13 fouls that Ankeny committed in the first half, only 6 fouls committed by Indianola. Foul trouble, well, we're going to go with Braden Dre and Cooper Naylor with 2 each. We've got Greery, Alex off the bench with 3, and Cole with 2, Simonson with 2, and we've got Carson Johnson with 2. Those are the ones in foul trouble for them. They played 9 players, and play is underway. Indianola with the basketball.
Wilmot hands it off to Dre. He finds Glasscock right wing. Glasscock gets a screen left into the corner. Kingery thought about a triple, but it well defended. Now dribbles baseline, has to kick it over to Glasscock. Shot fake goes into the lane, puts up a shot. It's up, no good. Indians crowd wanted a foul on Ryan Crandall, but they're not going to get one, and Ankeny gets a stop to start off the second half.
I'm not so sure the crowd was wrong there, but no call, and Ankeny's got the ball back.
Dribbling baseline, pass tipped up, stolen away by Naylor. Tried to get it tipped off out of bounds, and it's saved in by Ankeny. Layup is up, no good, and another offensive rebound by Simonson, and he puts it up back and in. 3 opportunities for the Hawks, leads to another 2 points. Pass gets up and it's just stolen away. Naylor just threw it away. Looked like miscommunication there as it's picked up by Johnson. Johnson gets it to Simonson. Turnaround shot is up and in, but an offensive foul is going to be called against the Hawks. That's 3 now on Braden Simonson.
Yeah, did he get it? It was against number 51. That is his 3rd.
First team foul on the Hawks. Wilmot draws the charge. You can't lower that shoulder, and these referees have been calling it pretty even all game. Wilmot has it top of the key, finds Kingery, shot fake, dribbles left, 1 dribble, jumper is up, no good. Rebound picked up by Ryan Crandall, and here come the Hawks, leading 39-31. Leading by 8, Crandall dribbles right side. Looking to go baseline, well defended by Naylor, and tips it up and out of bounds. And it will be Hawks ball underneath baseline, and we're going to see J.J. Cole come into the game for Simonson. Cole also with 2 fouls.
Yeah, he's got 2. He comes in. Simonson will go out. And Cooper Naylor's doing a great job defensively. He's had a hand on the ball all night out there, causing some issues for Ankeny, but they still lead 39-31.
Aguirre dribbles left, goes right to the hoop, kicks it down low, and a whistle is going to be called against Casey Glasscock, even though Wilmot intercepted the pass, and it will be the first team foul on Indianola, first on Glasscock. 6:27 to go in the third.
I think that foul was on Glasscock.
It should have been, I believe.
Yeah, they're going over to the bench, check that out, I think, just to see.
Yep, there we go. Now we got it all settled.
It was just
Hawks ball underneath. Kicks it all the way back out into the hands of Weedy. Now pass left side, tipped out by Kingery. And it will be Hawks ball again. Indianola has active hands, Rick. They just haven't been able to come away with some of these loose balls either.
Yeah, right there. That was kicked out of bounds by Indianola.
Pass gets in, tipped up, nearly stolen away by Naylor. Ball's on the floor again, and Ankeny comes away with it again. Pass gets inside, jumpers up and in. Crandall, and boy, They're just getting their hands on all of these, but Ankeny, right place, right time, making them pay for not getting the steal.
Yeah, they did it. They had 2 or 3 on the floor with it, but Ankeny still comes up with it.
Glasscock baseline into the corner. Kingery wide open for 3. In and out, no good. Glasscock with the rebound. Ball's on the floor, trying to get away with it, and a whistle's going to be called against Ankeny. And if that's on Johnson, that's his third.
I think they're looking at Carson Johnson. And if it is, you're right, that is number 3.
That is third on Johnson. He had 13 points all in the second quarter. Indianola trails 41-31. Kingery gets the inbounds play. Back over left side, Dre wide open for 3. He'll take it and make it, but an offensive foul is going to be called on the screen. And the Indians' 3 points is wiped away. I think that's on Glasscock again, his second.
Yep, that's going to be on Casey. Casey picks up number 2. He's kind of a little bit of a not kosher on that one. He just got a little movement on it, illegal screen, and he gets called for it.
And you can't kind of make push the guy is what I'm trying to say. As Crandall has it, gets a screen from Cole, dribbles around, spin move into the lane, layup is up and in, and Ryan Crandall with 12 points put Ankeny up by 12. Their biggest lead has been 15. But it was down to 6 at one point as Glasscock has it top of the key. Step back 3 is up, 2 strong. And the Indians again, 2 of probably 15 at this point from 3-point range. Ure dribbles left side. Defended by Glasscock, gets a screen, goes into the lane. Pull-up jumper is up and in. And it just feels like Indianola is just not taking advantage of the opportunities here, Rick. And they're down by 14. And a McCoy True Value timeout is taken on the floor.
Yeah, Jeff Ebeling's got to do something. I'm not sure what the answer is. They're putting up shots, but they're only getting that one shot at it, Andrew, and you want to get that something where if you look down on the other end, Ankeny might be putting it up, gets tipped around, Indianola gets a hand or a finger on it, but it still falls back into the hands of Ankeny, and they're getting a second and third shot at it there, and they've just increased that lead. They lead now in the timeout here, 45-31 over the Indians.
All right, Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Indianola trailing by 14. Just about 5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swatter. 2 team fouls apiece for both Indianola and Ankeny. And Rick, in case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. Indianola just not finding the bottom of the net on many wide open threes.
Yeah, that's the big key to it. And a lot of their outside shooting, we don't keep track of that, and we're not accurately keeping track of it, but they've missed a number of shots. They've got to be down in the teens as far as their percentage shooting, where on the other end of it, the Ankeny Hawks are getting that. And like I said, I'll say it again, getting that second and third shot at the bucket. And that's not going to win you a lot of ball games. So Indianola's got to figure it out.
Dre dribbles left side into the corner. Glasscock wide open for 3. Again, too strong, and a foul is going to be called
underneath
on the rebounds, and I think it's going to be on the Hawks. It is.
I think this little pushing and shoving down underneath there. Charlie Wilmot was down there, and this is going to be on the Hawks. It's going to be against
Carson Weedy.
Yeah,
his second.
His second, Andrew.
Team third. Naylor throws it in corner. Charlie Wilmot, he'll try his hand at 3. In and out.
No.
That's just been the story of the night.
Yeah. I think the writing's on the wall here somewhere. It's just not going to go down.
And Ryan Crandall tried a dagger 3. He doesn't make it, but an offensive rebound picked up by Weedy. Now Aguirre drives inside. Left-handed layup is up off the backboard. No good. And Wilmot with the strong rebound. Gets it over to Naylor. Crossing half court, and Indianola still in it, trailing 45-31, looking to go on a run. Dribbling right side, Kingery, jumper is up and in. And Indianola scores their first bucket of the third quarter and the second half.
Yeah, it almost took 4 minutes to get that down. 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Trailing 45-33, Alex Aguirre. Now up top, Weedy. Dribbles right, goes right to the hoop, layup is up, no good. Kingery with the rebound, and Indianola trailing by 12 has the ball. And on the break, crossing half court, into the corner, Drake, Glasscock. Now dribbling left, spin move into the lane, layup is up, and a foul is going to be called on Leo Aguirre, his first, team fourth.
I think that might be his second, if I've got it right. Yep, it is his first. Check that call. Yep.
Indianola's Dakota Heimbaugh comes in, and Glasscock has played really well, but scoreless so far and just not being able to find the bottom of the net tonight. Into the corner, Kingery dribbles baseline, splits the defense, layup is up, and no, they get him on a travel. Yeah. I feel like he traveled because he got hit, but Indianola turns the ball over.
Tried to go between two defenders, and he just wasn't able to do it. They stood ground. I thought there was a reach in, but the official didn't see it that way, and they get called for traveling. Turnover, gives the ball back.
Cross-court pass stolen away by Kingery. Over the top pass, Braden Dre. Nearly lost it. Good defense by Ankeny. Up top, Kingery. Dribbles left, takes the open three, knocks it down. And Drew Kingery trying to bring the Indians back. They trail by just 9, 45-36. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Left side, Maddox Ward. Cross-court pass, Weedy. Dribbles in, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Naylor. Tried to draw the charge, but I think that's a good call, as Naylor was just a little bit too far behind and still sliding.
A little bit late getting in there. Still had a little bit of movement on that. He just didn't get set, and that's his third foul.
Naylor's third, team third, as we see Brick and Blake come into the game, along with Dre, Heimbaugh, and Kingery. This is Indianola's smaller lineup as Blake plays backup center in this formation. Gure now up top. Weedy, he'll take the deep three, hand in his face off the side of the rim. No, but the offensive rebound goes to Aguirre. Now back out left side, Weedy has it poked away by Brick, but it's gotten back by Ankeny. 3:08 and counting to go, quarter number 3. Gure, top of the key, looking inside for Cole. Now they get it to Cole. Cross-court pass over to Weedy, back up top of Gure. Spin move into the lane, turnaround jumper is up and in. And we're going to get a McCoy True Value timeout taken by Ankeny with 2:54 to go in quarter number 3. And Rick, I know we're just kind of waiting for some triples to go down so we can go tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by the Indianola YMCA. I'm waiting to do the YMCA here. And again, Indianola getting plenty of good looks. Credit Ankeny's defense. I don't want to take anything away from them, but it's an 11-point lead right now for the Hawks. And Indianola is now I haven't been keeping track of three-point attempts, but it's got to be north of 15 at this point.
I think Hannah probably has that. She's Hannah Graham down there. She's keeping some of those stats for us. And it'd be interesting to look at that, see how accurate that, or see what that comes up with. But it's just got to be so staggering. Like I said, it's got to be in the teens, and maybe even lower than that right now, because they're just not able to get anything to go through that orange ring into the bottom of the net.
And leading scorer Braden Dre has scored 5 points all in the first quarter. Heimbaugh dribbling left. Tries to get it down low. Shot is up and in, and a foul is called. And Dakota Heimbaugh with a chance at an and one.
Yeah, there's that little spark. He brought it in against last week. Let's see if he can do that again. Maybe that'll be the turn right here, and Heimbaugh's
just
going to
go heads-up play, Rick. I thought he was going to try and dump it off to Blake, but he felt the contact and threw up the shot in order to get the 2 free throws, and it happened to go in. And Heimbaugh makes the free throw and completes the 3-point play, and it's still just an 8-point game. The Indians refuse to go away. 2:41 to go in the third. Maddox Ward, cross-court pass. Alex Aguirre hands it off to Leo Aguirre. Now into the corner. Thought about a 3. They're looking for Cole down low. Dre is fronting. Aguirre up top. Out to Ward. Blake just doing a good job trying to front. And now they're going to get Blake for a foul, I think. Away from the ball. That is going to be on Blake. His second.
Well, he's
guys are battling down there, and they get Blake with a hold. Over the top pass for Cole, and a foul on the floor, and that's actually a good foul by Blake, as it was right into Cole off the inbound, and it's on the floor, and Cole would have had an easy 2. So Blake picks up his third foul, but now Indianola with 5 team fouls with 2:21 to go in the third. Aguirre with the layup is up, no good. An offensive rebound picked up. He gets it back and puts it up and in, and Alex Aguirre, the senior, gets another 2, and it's back to a 10-point lead, 49-39.
Again, a second chance at the bucket there for them.
Brick's pass nearly picked off. Heimbaugh couldn't field it cleanly, and Heimbaugh goes in to grab it, and they're going to get Heimbaugh on a foul. Lots of whistles,
a lot
to
of
say the
hustle
least.
there by Dakota. Yeah, you're not going to fall. That's just pure. He out-hustled him on that. But again, he picks up a foul, his first one.
You're listening to Indianola High School basketball, powered by Community First Credit Union on AM 1320, FM 94.3, KNIA, Knoxville, Indianola. Pass into the corner. Weedy wide open for three. In and out, no good. And Blake skies for the rebound and is just dragged to the ground. No dirty play. No, Cole's just bigger and kind of hugged Blake there, and a foul is going to be called on J.J. Cole, his third, team sixth.
Well, Cole's taller. Brady Blake did a great job of blocking him out. Cole tried to come over the top, and they both went down. I'm glad nobody got hurt there.
Yeah, Blake took a huge knock.
Yeah, and that's 16 fouls for each. We're in a bonus for each team right now, and what a great job. We got a nice hand from the crowd, and now Indianola's got the ball. They're going to bring it down the floor.
Minute 50 to go in the third. Indians trail 49-39. Heimbaugh top of the key. Splits the defense. Up and under. Layup is up and in. And Heimbaugh off the bench has 5 in the third quarter. Pass gets out and Braden Dre commits a foul that Coach Ebling does not want to see down the sideline. And that's going to be the third on Dre. And that will send Alex Aguirre to the free throw line for 1-1 with a minute 37 to go. Quarter number 3.
Now, Alex Aguirre tonight has not been to the free throw line. He's a 40% free throw shooter on the season early on here. Let's see what he can do at the free throw line with a minute 37 to go here in the third quarter.
And Indianola just looking for some breaks at this point, and they haven't gotten many this game, and credit to Ankeny as the free throw goes in. 5 points now for Alex Aguirre.
Blake, Cooper Naylor, and Dre each have 3 fouls for Indianola.
Should mention that Simonson, Cole, and Johnson all have 3 for the Hawks as well. So tonight's been the night of fouls. 50-41, make that 51-41 for the Hawks. 10-point lead, a minute 37 to go in the third. We're inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth, and everyone's clearing it out for Drew Kingery. As they get it up to Blake. Hands it off Dre. And now another offensive foul is going to be called on the Indians.
Where was this at? That's on Brick. Bennett Brick with a little bit of a push. He picks up
away
the foul.
From the ball.
They're trying to set up that screen down there. And it looks like maybe he just did a little bit, got too aggressive. That's the only thing I can think of. Because it was away from the ball. He was watching the screen and trying to
get over the top pass, and Indianola forces a turnover. Just a little bit too high from Alex Aguirre.
The person in the third row up had a chance to catch that one.
Blake passes it into Kingery out at the volleyball line. Dribbles right side, into the corner. Brick up top, Blake. Dribbles left. Finds Heimbaugh, thought about a 3, now back right side, Brick. Hands it off, Dre into the corner. Blake, pass was tipped, but it's up top to Brick. Shot fake, goes right to the hoop, layup is up and too strong. Brick takes a huge hit, and no foul is going to be called under a minute to go. And here comes Ryan Crandall. Up top, Leo Aguirre. 53 seconds to go in the third, and Crandall has it, defended by Heimbaugh. Gets a nice screen from Cole. Dribble straight at the hoop, layup is up and no good, and Heimbaugh skies for the rebound. Dribbling around, nice crossover on Crandall. Heimbaugh now leading the break. Over to Brick. Finds a cutter, but it's tipped up and stolen away. And here comes Crandall, and a foul is going to be called. Blocking foul on J.J. Cole. You can't stop the defender when he's trying to get to the guy with the ball, and that is the 7th team foul on Ankeny and the 4th on J.J. Cole.
You mentioned that, and that's about, I've done a number over the years. This is the first time. It's about 3 or 4 times we've seen that call.
So what happened was Crandall was out in the open space. Indianola defenders were trying to get to him, and Cole was actively blocking the defenders, which is generally a heads-up move. But referees are really trying to stop that because you can't get in the way when you don't have the ball and both teams or both players are moving.
That is so true. We've seen that call several times this year.
Dre, top of the key. And Indianola trying to get some momentum, trailing 51-41. Into the corner, Brick. Up top, Kingery. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Dribbling right side. Into the corner. Heimbaugh wide open for 3. Knocks it down! 10 seconds to go in the third. Ankeny has it. Aguirre double teamed, hits the deck, and a foul's going to be called against Drew Kingery.
I think they both collided, and they both went down, but Kingery's going to get the foul called, Andrew.
And that'll put Leo Aguirre at the free throw line, and Kingery picks up his first.
It'll be a 1-on-1 situation here. Indianola, 9 team fouls. That means that the Hawks will be in the bonus. Both teams are in the bonus, but the double bonus for the Hawks as Indianola has 9 right now.
Makes the front end of the free throw. Ankeny is just sharp from the line tonight. They are 5 of 6, including 3 of 3 here in the third quarter. 52-44. Indianola trails by 8, and Ankeny deserving every bit of their 8, now 9-point lead. 4.4 seconds to go down the floor. Pass gets into Heimbach. 3 seconds. Gets by everybody. Puts up a shot. Off the backboard. No! Off the backboard a couple of times and does not fall. Indianola trails 53-44. Getting into it here. Indianola High School back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth after this on KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
There's more to a dealership than just sales and service. At Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola, their experienced parts department has all the high-quality factory parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly, even when the cold weather comes. And if you're in the market for a new or used Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram car, SUV, or pickup, their top-notch finance department has you covered and can get you out on the road in the vehicle you're looking for quickly and smoothly. From parts and service to financing on your next ride, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola.
Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is continuing to offer top-notch orthopedic care during these challenging times, and we are expanding. Here to serve you for your comprehensive orthopedic and sports medicine needs locally in Indianola, and with an exciting new service in our Clive location for orthopedic walk-in care, no appointment needed. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com.
Well, we're looking for some momentum in today's Raise the Roof moment of the game, presented by the Indianola YMCA. Indianola boys basketball trailing Ankeny 53-44 as Rick Wilson's walking it out up here.
And I'm talking about getting close. That Dakota Heimbach coming off the bench, and what he did, a couple of buckets and a big 3. But Indianola trails by 9.
Carson Johnson, and we're inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth as Ankeny has the ball to start quarter number 4. Simonson with the ball on the baseline. Back up top pass stolen away by Naylor. No, it goes right back into the hands of Ryan Crandall, who gets by everybody, and now a whistle's going to be called, and that will send Crandall to the free throw line. That's just kind of been the night it's been. Naylor had it. It just went right through his hands and right back to Ankeny.
Really didn't quite have it. He was juggling it, and then Crandall gets it right back. I mean, that's just the way it is. And Crandall will be at the free throw line. Heimbach with the foul.
Crandall is 2 of 3 at the line today and make that 2 of 4. Crandall having a good game, 12 points over his average of 10.3 coming in.
Yeah, and a 70% free throw shooter on the season, and right now he's 2 out of 4 from the free throw line.
And he misses both, but the rebound goes right to Ankeny. Weedy has it, gets it up top to Aguirre. Nobody covers him. He's wide open for 3, takes it, can't make it, and the rebound goes to Charlie Wilmot.
Oh, what a great play by Drew Kingery, though. Didn't go up, didn't touch it, but went straight up and knocked the ball away because we had, Simonson ready to rebound that.
Naylor has it top of the key, dribbling right side. Shot fake. Gets it underneath, tried to get it to Wilmot, and it's off of Wilmot and out of bounds. Good defense from Ankeny. Leo Aguirre played that perfectly and doesn't allow Indianola to cut into this 9-point deficit.
Yeah, what a great move. Tried to get it back into Wilmot, just couldn't quite do it, and actually went off of his shoe to go out of bounds.
So Aguirre has it. Cross-court pass over to Carson Johnson. Dribbling right side, kicks it down low. Simonson, layup is up and in. Braden Simonson, the senior forward, puts it up and in, and the lead is now 11. 55-44, 6:50 to go in the ball game. Wilmot fakes the handoff, finds Naylor top of the key. Dribbling right, goes to the hoop, layup is up and in, and Cooper Naylor gets his first points since the first quarter. And with 6:40 to go in the ball game, Indianola trades baskets with the Hawks, and Aguirre has it. And on the floor for the Indians is Naylor, Glasscock, Heimbaugh, Wilmot, and Kingery. Johnson dribbles right, goes into the lane. Heimbaugh hits the deck, and Johnson just turns around and hits the two. I thought there might be a travel, but I think Johnson kept the pivot foot, and Indianola needs to get stops and scores. Heimbaugh gets a screen from Wilmot, dribbles around left side, up and under, left-handed layup is up, no good. Good look from Heimbaugh, but he can't finish, and Johnson with the rebound.
He made a nice little hesitation there, got to the bucket, but he couldn't get it above the rim.
Aguirre, his dribble is knocked away, but it's again picked up by Simonson. Straight to the hoop, layup is up and no good, but a foul is going to be called on a clear out by the Hawks.
I think Simonson up there went up with it. Well, he was doing okay, but when
it was on Aguirre on the clear out.
Okay, well, Simonson also put his hand out there, and you can't guide that, push that out. That's what I thought, but it is Aguirre who picks up his second.
So, yeah, foul trouble. No one on Indianola with more than 3. One player on Ankeny with 4. Dre dribbles around, puts up a floater, does not fall. Wilmot there for the offensive rebound, but he can't pick it up. And it goes over to Aguirre, whose pass over left side, stolen away by Glasscock, but saved in bounds, out of bounds as Glasscock stepped on the sideline. And Rick, I'm trying to think back. Have the Indians gotten very many offensive rebounds in this game?
No, not really. They really have not. And right now, this whole second half has been, what I have for total rebounds is 12-4 with Ankeny having that lead. They've got several lookbacks, a couple, lookbacks down in their end of the floor.
Johnson dribbling around. Now gets it over to Weedy. Weedy goes into the lane, puts up a floater. It's up no good. Wilmot with a rebound finds Naylor. And Indianola with 5:10 left to go, trails by 11, 57-46. Dre dribbling around. Kingery, step up, 3 is up. In and out again. Rick, just too many shots that have not gone in.
And popped out. A lot of times, if half of those would fall, I think we'd have the lead, Andrew. I mean, I'm not being optimistic.
No, I know. I hate that we keep bringing it up, but that's just kind of the story of the game. Is Carson Johnson now hands it off, and Ankeny's just going to dribble this one out. It's up by 11 with 4:40 to go. They're going to force Indianola to either foul or go all the way out, as driving straight to the hoop is Ryan Crandall. Layup is up and in, and that's just too hard when you don't have a lead. Kingery gets it over to Wilmot. Shot is up and in, but a foul is called, a charge on Charlie Wilmot. And we're going to see Braden Simonson nominated for an Oscar. It was a good job drawing the charge, and Wilmot draws his second foul.
And here's what I'm looking at. Well, when we're away from the ball, I know we're up here, but it looks like Charlie went straight up. And, of course, nice acting that time. But I'll tell you what, the call was there. He got the charge. Charlie picks up the foul, his second.
And Wilmot tips the ball out of Weedy's hands and out of bounds. Will be Ankeny ball, 4:24 to go. And the path back into this, Rick, just doesn't look good for the Indians. Ankeny is just too strong with the ball that you have to force multiple turnovers and hope for some missed free throws at this point, because they can just hold the ball for forever. And that's why we'd like a shot clock in high school basketball, too.
Yeah, right now, Ankeny with I have them with 9 turnovers for the ball game. Indianola with just 6. So they both have played pretty clean, but boy, the shots just seem to drop for the Ankeny Hawks.
Crandall over to Johnson. Johnson drives inside, puts up a floater, and it's up and in. And that's the night. Ankeny finishing at the hoop strong. Indianola trails by 15, 61-46. Wilmot out to Naylor. Dribbles right side, goes to the hoop. Layup is up no good, but a foul is going to be called on Leo Aguirre, his third, team 9th. And Naylor will head to the free throw line for 2 shots with 3:45 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, Cooper Naylor, good free throw shooter, but right now is 0 for 1 from that charity stripe, and that was back in the first quarter, Andrew, and now he's got another opportunity. 3:45 to go here in the ball game. Ankeny Hawks 61, Indianola 46, so they're trying to close that gap here with the clock stopped, and he can't do it.
In and out again. Yeah. The curse of the Indians tonight. .345 remaining. Indianola now 2 of 3 at the line in the second half. As Naylor makes 1 of 2. Crandall dribbles down, gets it over to Cole. Cross-court pass, gets into the corner. Weedy, deep 3 is up. That one's too strong. And the rebound tipped up by Cole and out of bounds will be Indianola ball. If you're Ankeny, you're telling your guys you don't need that shot. as it's a 14-point deficit for the Indians. Dre brings the ball up the court. Dribbles left, Kingery. Step back three is up. Knocks it down. Drew Kingery's first points of the fourth quarter. And Indianola back with an 11, 61-50, 3:22 remaining in the ball game.
We've got a couple of timeouts left. The Hawks with 3.
Well, I'm afraid that the road back in for Indianola, so I'll make that tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by the Indianola YMCA. No matter where you are on your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect your purpose, potential, and each other at the Indianola YMCA. Indians trail 61-50. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game resets. And Rick, it comes down to finding steals on the defensive end, and I almost start fouling Ankeny now, to be totally honest, because almost every offensive possession, they're going to waste 30, 40 seconds. We've seen the ball handling from Ryan Crandall and Carson Johnson. They're not going to be overwhelmed. They're going to be able to dribble out of everything, and I try and find ways to get maybe J.J. Cole the ball and foul him immediately.
Yeah, you try to get it into his hands. He's back in the ball game. He has 4 fouls, but the point is, but J.J. Cole, 73% free throw shooter. This kid, but we got to give him see what they can do here. And there's 3:22. Boy, a couple threes kind of makes a big difference here, but you've got to get that ball back right now.
Aguirre gets it down low. Layup is up, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Cole, and a foul is going to be called on Cooper Naylor. That's his 4th, and that will send J.J. Cole to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Cole's going to go there. Has not been to the free throw line. Has not. He's averaging almost 11 points a ball game, and I don't have him for any points at all here tonight.
None tonight so far. He's had foul trouble the whole game, pretty much. First free throw is no good.
Well, we got the results we wanted with 3:14. The clock stopped. See if he can do that. 61-50. The Hawks have the lead.
Second free throw is in.
Cole makes the second.
And it's a 12-point lead, 62-50, and we're going to see Bennett Brick come into the game. First time we've seen him, I believe, in the second half. Braden Dre brings it across half court, finds Naylor. Naylor to Kingery. Gets a screen from Dre. Steps back. Now dribbles left. Kingery into the corner. Brick thought about a 3 and traveled.
Pulled that foot back.
That shot fake, you got to dribble before you take that next step, and the Indians a crucial turnover in any comeback attempt. Under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, you can't turn the ball over, especially down 12, and we're at 3:04.
Full court pressure put on by the Indians right now, trying to get that steal.
Crandall over the top pass into the corner, finds Cole. Now cross court, finds Carson Johnson. Kingery all over him, but Johnson just steps back, finds Aguirre. Defended by Wilmot, and Wilmot will foul him, and again, good foul in my opinion. Wilmot picks up his 3rd, and Ankeny will have to earn it at the free throw line. You got the 1-point advantage last time by fouling J.J. Cole, but again, Rick, for the comeback to happen, you got to get it on the offensive end, and if he makes both here, it's basically as if Ankeny made a 3, and he makes just the 1, or misses the first
one. Not insurmountable yet, but boy, things got to be falling for Indianola the right way the rest of the 2:48.
And he makes the second, and it's back up to a 13-point lead, 63-50, 2:45 remaining. Naylor, top of the key. Hands it off Kingery. Back to Naylor. Dribbling left. Goes right to the hoop. Layup is up, no good. Wilmot fights for the rebound. It's up, no good. And they're going to get a foul on the floor.
Yeah, I think so.
On Ankeny. I didn't see, to be totally honest, I didn't see anything.
I'm almost pretty sure. Well, I'm not going to say. I thought he slapped the.
Yeah, that's a warning, I think, on Ankeny for slapping the backboard. No foul. Pass gets over to Aguirre, now to Crandall. Now back over right side Johnson, and Ankeny breaks the press into the corner. Weedy over the top pass, nearly stolen away by Brick, and a foul is going to be called on Brick, and that will send Carson Johnson to the free throw line. Brick, his second foul.
going to be a total of almost 30 fouls in this ball game.
Johnson makes free throw number 1, his first attempt. He's a sophomore who averages 8 points per game. And again, he had 13 in the second quarter and now 5 in the fourth quarter as we see Blake come in for Charlie Wilmot.
Well, I'll tell you what, Charlie Wilmot left it on the floor tonight. If he gets back in, but he has just played one whale of a ball game.
Second free throw is good. And it's back to a 13-point lead, 2:23 to go in the ball game. Naylor, top of the key. Double teamed. Pass gets left side for Dre. Into the corner, Blake. He'll take the 3. Knocks it down. Brady Blake gets it down to 10 with 2:10 left to go. Carson Johnson, pass, and it goes over, and a foul is going to be called, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Ryan Crandall as Cooper Naylor came up and just got in front of Crandall and forced the foul.
I love it. Cooper's sitting on the floor, right at the free throw line, and he's looking at the official, and he made the calls on the floor. Official goes, yeah, you're right. There we go. Yeah.
Down by 10, 65-55, 2:06 remaining.
All the fouling, and Crandall, that's his first, but boy, that Crandall is just a whale.
Great player.
Great player, yeah.
Naylor finds Kingery. Turnaround jumper is up, no good. Blake skies for the rebound, tips it out. Brick has it, up and under. Shot is blocked. Dre comes up with it. Back to Naylor, wide open for 3. Knocks it down. Indians are within 7, 1:45 to go. Pass gets over, Carson Johnson. Into the corner, Weedy. Dribbles baseline, picks up his dribble pass, nearly stolen away. I thought Kingery had a beat on that. And Kingery follows Leo Aguirre, and Kingery picks up just his second. And again, Rick, I don't think that's a bad foul at all with 1:36 to go.
I think that's good. You got the clock stop. You're trailing 65-58. Your best thing is he misses both, but anyway, see what happens here with Aguirre. He is 3 for 4.
And he makes it after it rattles around on the rim a couple of times.
4 out of 5 now for Aguirre. It's his had no free throw attempts in the first half.
18 points for Aguirre. Make that, no, he misses the free throw. 18 points for the sophomore, and Indianola trails by 8, 66-58. Braden Dre up top, Naylor wide open for 3. Too short, and will be just forced up by Naylor and out of bounds Ankeny ball.
A little premature on the call, I think.
I think it must have hit the line.
Yeah, if it did, it came down on the line because I thought Bennett Brick did a nice job of saving
it. And a McCoy True Value timeout called by Ankeny with 1:27 remaining. And, you know, Rick, I don't want to be too negative, but talk about missed opportunities. A couple of those three-pointers go down. It's a completely different ball game. And that takes nothing away from Ankeny and the way they've played, because this game has been at the pace of Ankeny. It's been controlled by Ankeny, and it hasn't gotten into that run-up, up and down the court pace that I think Indianola wants to play at, and that just means the Hawks were going to be in control.
You look at this game, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to do you a what-if for you, and we mentioned it in the first half when we kind of got talking about stuff. In the first quarter, we were 0 for 3 on 1-and-1s from the free throw line. Now, I'm going to do a what-if. What if we make those? You could add 6 more to that score, and with the time remaining, we're trailing by 2 instead of 8 at this point in time. Now, I understand, and people are going out there, come on, Wilson, you're doing a what-if. But I'm serious. I missed 1-and-1 on the front end, and we talked about it kind of there. And that's a kind of it's not a momentum killer, but boy, if those, I mean, it just shows you how important going to that free throw line and hitting those, especially
pass
with the
gets
clock
into Johnson, but it's stolen away. Bray up top finds Blake, knocked away, but Brick comes back with it. Brick over to Naylor. 1:18 to go, quarter number 4. Kingery has it top of the key. Indianola needs to make things happen and happen quick as Kingery drives inside. Can't make the layup, and Ryan Crandall skies for the rebound. And that, you feel like, has to do it. Indianola got the steal on the press. Kingery knocks it away. They get another steal with a minute to go. Kingery pulls up, three-pointer. Too short, no good. And a foul is going to be called on Leo Aguirre. And Indianola just doing everything right in this game except for make the shot.
Yeah, that one's on Bennett Brick. Bennett Brick comes up with that. We're going to march down to the other end of the floor. And it'll be Aguirre at the charity stripe with 55.8. 8 points is the difference right here.
The hustle from the Indians this game cannot be overstated.
No, it cannot be.
They have not gone away despite having just a miserable shooting night, and I'd be curious to see as Aguirre makes the first of 2. Curious to see what they're shooting. Right place, right time for a majority of the game. And the second, and it's back up to a 10-point game with 55 seconds to go. Naylor finds Blake, finds Dre, dribbling left. Thought about a step back, cross-court over to Brick. He'll take the deep 3, hand in his face. Too strong, fights for his own rebound, but is picked up by Aguirre, and with 40 seconds to go, they get it up to Weedy. Weedy is fouled by Dre, hard foul by Dre. He tried to sneak under the dribble and get it, and that'll be the 4th foul on Dre, and that'll send Carson Weedy to the free throw line for 2 shots. The junior, who averages almost 8 per game, was held scoreless so far in this contest.
This will be his first chance for points here. Like you said, averaging 7.5, 75% free throw shooter. First opportunity at the line, and the junior is for his first points of the night.
And he hits.
They are 12 out of 17 here in the second half.
Done what they needed to do, for sure.
And Weedy with his first points. And
looks like there was some moisture on the floor that they're cleaning up, and the referee needed to tie his shoe. And Weedy's second free throw is up and short. Rebound to Drew Kingery. Indianola trails by 11, 33 seconds to go. Kingery drives inside, left-handed layup is up and in. And a McCoy True Value timeout taken by Coach Jeff Ebling. Can't take him with you, so you might as well with 30.1 seconds to go and a 9-point deficit, 69-60, Indianola trails.
Yeah, like I said, Ankeny at the free throw line, second half, they are 12 out of 18. And, of course, 4 for 4 in the third quarter. And they've picked it up when they've gone to the free throw line here in that fourth quarter. They've just done a really nice job. They were 2 for 3 in the first half is what they were.
So, yeah, and again, the 30-second timeout coming to a close. Let's do, in case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. And, had opportunities, especially late. Some turnovers, some missed shots, and here we are, a 9-point deficit, 30 seconds to go. Dribbling out of it is Aguirre. Wow, he just kind of dribbled by everybody. Gets it down low. Layup is up and in, and a foul is called. Alex Aguirre with an and-one opportunity, and that definitely will end the contest with 24 and a half seconds to go. Puts Ankeny up 11 and a chance at an and-one.
Opportunity here to get that extra one. Aguirre off the bench. He's got 6 here in the second half. He's got 8 points for the ball game.
We're going to see Jackson Overton come into the game for the first time for the Indians.
And Dre fouled out with that foul.
So, yeah, that was on Dre.
Ends up with just 5 points for the ball game. Averaging 16.
Makes the free throw. 15 free throws for Ankeny in this fourth quarter, I should say. Kingery, three-pointers up, no good. Rebound picked up by the Hawks. Coach Ebling calling them off, and that will do it. Indianola falls to Ankeny 72-60 with 8 seconds left to go. 5 seconds, and that will do it. A non-conference loss for the Indians, 72-60. Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube.
Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today and find out more. Your Indianola YMCA, it's where you belong.
At Downey Tire Pros, we love the drive. We know it's not just about horsepower and cargo capacity. It's about the miles driven, the time shared, and the songs sung. Life is lived best in motion, ready for any adventure and facing every turn head on. Downey Tire Pros will help keep you on the road with a full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. With Downey Tire Pros by your side, you can continue to explore the unfamiliar. That's our promise to you. Visit us online today. Downey Tire Pros, we're more than just tires. The holiday season is upon us, and with that comes the fun of decorating. McCoy True Value in Indianola has all the holiday decorations you're looking for, from trees to lights and their wide variety of holiday ornaments. McCoy True Value has what you need to make this holiday season a little more festive. And don't forget about the extra supplies like extension cords, exterior lights, and if you're like me, the smoke detectors when your family dinner goes wrong. When it comes to the holidays, McCoy True Value in Indianola has you covered. McCoy True Value, service with heart.
The game is about to start, and the guests are about to arrive. Did you forget about the food? Don't worry. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola has you covered. Stop into one of their 2 Indianola locations at 1201 North Jefferson Way or 2001 West 2nd Avenue and carry out one of your favorite Godfather's famous pizzas or have it delivered. The Godfather Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m., Friday through Sundays. Get a great Godfather's Pizza at a great price. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola.
Hot deals going on right now at your local Indianola Hy-Vee. Get lean cuisine favorites 4 for $9 or 3 for $5 on Pillsbury Grands or Sweet Biscuits. Get Midwest Pork Boneless Top Loin Chop 5 for $5. Also 10 for $10 on Hy-Vee Pasta. And also 5 for $10 on Hy-Vee Natural Cheese. And $6.48 for Quilted Northern Bath Tissue or Brownie Paper Towels. All that and more at your local Indianola Hy-Vee.
Welcome to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Post-Game Show. Greater Iowa Credit Union. Get up to $200 cash in your pocket when you get your auto loan with Greater Iowa Credit Union. Terms and conditions may apply. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Indians fall 72-60 as Ankeny salvages the split. And, Rick, it just felt like the solution to tonight's problems were easy. I don't want to harp on it too much, but getting the ball in the bottom of the basket. And it felt like Indianola just not good enough shooting on the night.
Well, one thing that Hannah Graham keeps for us is missed threes. So if you go through that, and I got what I have and what she had, she's a lot more accurate. But anyway, not official, but just the threes only. We were 5 out of 18. That's just 3-pointers. That's not counting anything else, and we weren't very good.
Well, I've got 7 made, 18 missed.
Okay.
So 7 of 25 for the Indians, which is 28% from deep. And if you feel like, normally they shoot up in the 30s and 40s, I mean, a couple of three-pointers late salvaged that percentage, but a lot of good looks for the Indians tonight that just did not fall. And that's what happens. Credit to the Ankeny defense. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the Hawks. They certainly played really well tonight, and they're a team that I think can make a run in Class 4A for sure. So, that's a tough one for Indianola. DeArmond Ford Radio key play and player of the game. My key player has to be Drew Kingery. You talked about the scoring needs for Indianola, averaging just 11 points per game. Had some struggles over the last 2. Comes out and leads the Indians with 22 points and made 3 of the 7 threes on the night.
Yeah, did just a great job, and what a great effort by Drew Kingery tonight. Charlie Wilmot, I thought, was very exceptional, and trying to give you another boost or a kick in the
honorable mentions for Wilmot and Heimbaugh for sure.
A kick in the rear, and trying to get you going again. Dakota Heimbaugh coming off and his drives to the buckets and just everything he did.
Well, he will get my drive to the basket presented by Z's Eatery and Draft House. His and one opportunity for Dakota Heimbaugh was spectacular. So stop in and make sure you enjoy some of the best food in Indianola at the best prices. Fill up at Z's Eatery and Draft House before the next big game. And again, I don't want to say it was one of those games where it just felt like Indianola wasn't getting the breaks, but every time they tip a pass, they just couldn't seem to complete the steal, and Ankeny would get some easy points out of it, and the ball would, on the rebounds, would just kind of tip right away from them tonight. And you're going to have some of those nights, and you got to find a way to win when you're not. So it's not an excuse by any means, but that's just an explanation for Indianola. What was your key play of the game?
Well, I thought, Dakota Heimbach coming off the bench and doing that drive, the things he did, tried to spark that. And you love Charlie Wilmot's, I forgot the second one. It's going to be Wilmot in that second quarter with what he did to try to help bring that back. He had, 9 points in that second half, ended up with 13 for the ball game. But, boy, it was just the way it was. I can't wait to see the official stats once they come out. I want to see that. But both teams left it on the floor.
Oh, yes.
You said it. You made a point. It's not for lack of hustle. That's for sure. That's what it's not. And they left it out on the floor. If it's, it's kind of one of those games, a very good Ankeny team, and I think they're going to go far in not only in the conference, but, once they get to the postseason. They showed a lot of good things, and I'm really impressed with Ryan Crandall. Almost tried to say that into one name. But Carson Johnson, boy, that kid just he was 5 out of 6. He was 5 out of 5 before he missed, and then he didn't get back in the ball game. And I think he was he had foul trouble in that. He was 2 for contest. 2. Yeah, he had 3 fouls, but once they brought him in, and every time he touches the ball, that ball seems to go in the hoop. I think he was probably maybe 5, 6. 7 out of 8 shooting. His shooting was right on.
I had him for 19 points too, only scoring in the second and the fourth quarter. So that's our DeArmond Ford key play and player of the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. And we'll take a short time out. Head coach Jeff Ebling coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA and the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show.
How you get it to go in the hoop.
if you find out, let me know.
I'll let you know.
ASAP.
We'll be the first ones to let you know.
Okay.
Professional, knowledgeable, and customer-friendly heating and cooling service. That's what Hines Mechanical has offered homes in Milo since 1984. As a family-owned company built on honesty, integrity, and loyalty, they pride themselves on getting the job done quickly and correctly 100% of the time. Hines Mechanical exclusively offers innovative, high-end Lennox HVAC products that run more efficiently and more reliably than the competition's. Give Steve a call today at 515-337-2074. Hines Mechanical, dedicated to providing you the highest level of quality and expertise.
Welcome back to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Post-Game Show on 94.3 KNIA, as well as Indianola Activities YouTube channel. Indianola falls to Ankeny 72-60, joined by head coach Jeff Ebling. Coach, we were talking during the break. Kind of feels like, there's obviously a lot more to it, but not being able to put the ball in the bottom of the hoop tonight was a big issue.
Yeah, it wasn't like our looks weren't that, we had great looks all night, and some of these guys, the shots just aren't falling right now, and tonight, kind of got us a little bit. We spotted them, 13-2 lead again, and, we got to get out of that trend. And Coach Baker and I and the rest of my staff, we're going to take a peek at what we're going to have to do there to get them going early because, we're fighting back. We're spending so much energy fighting back that we just got to be better coming out of the gates. And it was a tough one tonight. They were physical. They were big. I thought we played very, very good post defense tonight. They didn't have a lot of just basic post touches. I mean, we really made them work underneath. And the Johnson kid in the first half was, he was kind of catching fire there. I thought a couple of our hands were right in his face, and he still hit it. You got to give Ankeny credit. They hit the shots early to get that lead, and they made just enough free throws. I will say though, our boys, they didn't quit. We really played hard there at the end, trying to get those steals. I mean, I don't like going to that full court press 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes left. That's kind of, not a good sign, I guess you can say. But, I thought our boys did well. We made a couple plays, got a couple turnovers, had our chances. I think we cut down to 6 there late, and, we just couldn't get that next shot to fall. And, that's just how it is.
Well, I think it says a lot about the Indians that they didn't quit on a night where I think you heard me and Rick go, the ball just wasn't bouncing your way. A couple shots went in and out. It kind of felt like it just was one of those nights, but they were never out of it. So I don't know if you wanted to say you learned anything about this team, but maybe affirmed a couple things about this squad.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had a couple guys. Brady Blake came in. I think he hit 1 or 2 threes, I think, tonight. Dakota Heinball gave us some really good minutes there, especially in that third quarter. Really got us kind of back into it a little bit and got the crowd back into it. Just little things like that. I know some guys feel like they're struggling, free throws. We missed some early free throws. And, we really did get to the paint. When we wanted to get to the paint, we could get there. We missed some early shots, even inside that, is uncharacteristic of us. And we just, got to come back in tomorrow. We're going to do quite a bit of shooting tomorrow. These guys are going to probably be pretty sore. That was a very physical basketball game. I've seen a lot of physical basketball games. That's got to be one right up there with it. And, we just got to continue to get better because, I don't think Dallas Center Grimes really cares how we feel. After this one, they're going to be ready to go Friday. And, we're going to start digging into them here tonight and tomorrow. And Wednesday start preparing for them.
Well, speaking of them, coming off a win against Pella Christian, and it feels like the conference, more than anything, is completely wide open this year. And DCG, stands at the top, but a lot of things can change.
Yes.
How do you want to approach the Mustangs, knowing that it feels like I said, just as much as anyone, they have a chance at that conference title?
Well, first thing is we got to focus on us, and we got to make sure we're doing what we need to do. Like I said, I thought our defense actually wasn't that bad tonight. Again, I know we let up 72 points, but they were also shooting a lot of free throws down the stretch. I think, the last 3 minutes we were kind of following there. So, we just got to make sure we're ready for DCG. They run a lot of that dribble handoff, a lot of action. They've got some very good players up there. Glasgow, who's been there for like 8 years, it feels like. He's obviously a very good player. And, Bo Houston, good shooter there. So they got pieces. And our guys, that, Friday night's a big game. It's our really first road game of the season too, which is always different. But, some coaches are like, oh, man, it's so different. Well, maybe we need a game away from home too and go to someone else's gym because, that might get us going too. So we're excited for Friday night. I know they'll come in tomorrow. We'll get really after it. And, like I said, watch the film tonight, guys. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest here. We really have 1 week of games left until we get, a 6-day break, and we can heal up a little bit. We got a couple, little injuries here and there, and nagging injuries, so, give us time to heal up. But, I'm proud of the boys. I'm proud of the way they, finished off and fought, and we just got to continue to get better.
Thank you very much for joining us, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll see you Friday.
Sounds great. Thank you.
We'll have more after this on 94.3 KNIA, including wrapping up the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show.
You're in the mood for a small-town diner. So what exactly are you looking for? Great service and great food at a great value. Try Krause Cafe in Indianola. The waitstaff is the best in the area, making you feel right at home from the time you walk in. Krause Cafe's hot roast beef sandwich is award-winning, and their homemade cherry pie has been voted best in Indianola and has been featured in several magazines and travel books. So great service, check. Great food at a great value, check. Fill up at Warren County small-town diner Krause Cafe in Indianola.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage. All makes and models 2011 or newer with under 75,000 miles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. Only sold at the all-new DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is continuing to offer top-notch orthopedic care during these challenging times, and we are expanding. Here to serve you for your comprehensive orthopedic and sports medicine needs locally in Indianola, and with an exciting new service in our Clive location for orthopedic walk-in care, no appointment needed. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com.
Welcome back one final time to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio post-game show. Indianola falls 72-60. Rick Wilson, any final thoughts before we wrap up the broadcast here?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing about that. As we look at this game, and of course, it was a loss, but it's kind of like, what do you learn from this? And I know, the coaches are going to learn from this, and they played a very good 5A team, and I think down the road they're going to pick up a lot of good things. They will pick up some good things from a loss. You know, a lot of times I had a coach tell me once, I learn more from a loss than I do from a win. And I think these kids, and I'm just going to just briefly say it, they left it on the floor here tonight, and, you know, it's all about that ball going through that hoop and hitting the bottom of the net. And tonight it's just something that Indianola didn't have, Andrew, and it just didn't go that way. And you'll have nights like that. But, boy, I mean, a tough loss. But, you know, you move on, and they gotta think about what's coming up. Conference play next Friday.
Absolutely. So that wraps up the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Postgame Show. Get up to $200 cash in your pocket when you get your auto loan with Greater Iowa Credit Union. Terms and conditions may apply. Thanks to Alex Cook back at the studio, making sure we're on the air and sounding good. Coach Ebling, Lee Nelson, and the Indianola Activities Department. I'm Andrew Swadner. He's Rick Wilson.
And so long, old sport.
See you Friday at Dallas Center Grimes on the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, 94.3 KNIA.